My first monologue, I'll be playing Iago from the play Othello, written by William Shakespeare. Thus do I ever make my fool my purse. For I mine own gains knowledge should profane, if I would time expend with such a snipe, but for my sport and profit. I hate the Moor, and it is thought abroad that twixt my sheets he has done mine office. I know not if it be true, but I for mere suspicion in that kind will do as it for surety. He holds me well. The better shall my purpose work on him. Cassio's a proper man. Let me see now to get his place, and to plume up my will in double knavery. How? Let's see, after some time, to abuse Othello's ear that he is too familiar with his wife, he hath a person and a smooth disposed to be suspected framed to make women false. The Moor is of a pure and open nature, that thinks men honest, but seems to be so, and will as tenderly be led by the nose as asses are eye-haved. It is engendered. Hell and night must bring this monstrous birth to the world's light. For my next monologue, I will be playing Jimmy from Look Back in Anger, written by John Osborne. Don't try and patronise me. She's so clumsy. I watch her do the same things every night. The way she jumps on the bed as if she was stamping on someone's face, and draws the curtains back with a great clatter in that casually destructive way of hers. It's like someone launching a battleship. Have you ever noticed how noisy women are? Have you? The way they kick the floor about simply walking over it. Or have you ever watched them sitting at their dressing tables, dropping their weapons and banging down their bits of boxes and brushes and lipsticks? I watch her doing it night after night. When you see a woman in front of her bedroom mirror, you realise what a refined sort of butcher she really is. Have you ever seen some dirty old Arab sticking his fingers into some mess of lamb fat and gristle? Well, she's just like that. Thank God they don't have many women surgeons. Those primitive hands will have your guts out in no time. Flip, out it comes like the powder out of its box. Flop, back it goes like the powder puff on the table. She'd drop your guts like hair clips and fluff all over the floor. You've got to be fundamentally insensitive to be as noisy and as clumsy as that. I had a flat underneath a couple of girls once. You heard every damned thing those bastards did, all day and night. Even a simple visit to the lavatory sounded like some medieval siege, slamming their doors, stamping their high heels, banging their irons and saucepans, the eternal flaming racket of the female. The poem I'll be reciting is Self-Portrait by David White. It doesn't interest me if there is one God or many gods. I want to know if you belong or feel abandoned, if you know despair and see it in others. I want to know if you're prepared to live in the world with its harsh need to change you, if you can look back with firm eyes saying, this is where I stand. I want to know if you know how to melt that fierce heart of living, falling toward the centre of your longing. I want to know if you're willing to live day by day with the consequence of love and the bitter, unwanted passion of your sure defeat. I've heard that fierce embrace. Even the gods speak of God. My piece is inspired by the selected portrait Wooden Bridge. sound masks the fallout. Laying a shroud of disguise amongst the once catastrophic landscape. I hear footsteps above me and I see light seep through the cracks. Shh, the wind whistled and caressed my fingerprints, my conscience lapping around my mind. Fight or flight. Do I lay here or do I come out with my hands on my head and surrender? Surrender my fate as I know.